What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to the Cincinnati Royals expansion rebuild series here on NBA 2K21 on the next gen consoles. And today is episode number 3. I know that the videos have kind of come out in sporadic intervals, I guess. They've kind of taken some time off between videos. But that's just because I'm doing so much stuff for the channel. So this one kind of got mixed up in the shuffle and stuff, and I kind of forgot about it. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm doing the Royals series, so I got to do that. And now we're back. So hopefully I can remember to do them more consistently and get them out to you guys. But today's episode, we are going to be playing the Golden State Warriors. Now I know that we are not as good as the Golden State Warriors, and we're probably going to get beat pretty bad in this game. But I wanted to have that matchup against Steph Curry, against Klay Thompson, James Wiseman, Draymond Green, Kelly Oubre, all those guys, Andrew Wiggins, all those guys that are on the Warriors. I wanted to get that matchup on video for you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing today. In the next episode is going to be the All-Star Weekend, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Have your notification bell ticked so that you don't miss it. But that's going to do it for the wrap-up. In the last episode, I'm pretty sure we won. We beat the Spurs, and Carmelo Anthony, I remember, had a very big game. So hopefully he can do that again. But there is one thing that I want to show you guys, or at least discuss before we actually get into the game against the Warriors. So let's do that right now. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's get into the video. All right, here we are in the calendar screen. Now, if we go to the front office and to trades and then trade finder, I want to go to the good old-fashioned Houston Rockets, and I've been doing a little bit of research, and I've been looking at potential lower-end players that have a high ceiling that we could possibly bring into the squad to help mold this team into what hopefully will become a dominant dynasty in the NBA. And I was looking through the league, and I saw this man's name, Christian Wood. Now, in real life, Christian Wood's having a very fantastic season in 2021. He's having a great season. And in NBA, in 2K, he is 25 years old, 81 overall, and has 3 years left on his contract. And he's not making too much money. We have more money on the books than what he's making. So I think that we need to go and try and trade for Christian Wood. Now, they're only giving us one offer, and that's Jeff Teague and Dwight Howard. Now, I don't want to do this because Jeff Teague is our starting point guard and Dwight Howard is our starting center. So I'm not going to get rid of both of those guys, but I am going to start the negotiations and get rid of both of these guys and get rid of Ben McLemore, because I don't really want Ben McLemore. Now, going to their team, seeing what they need. They still have, this is before the James Harden trade. This is before the Russell Westbrook trade. You guys already knew that. So these guys are still on the Rockets. But these players, seeing what the Rockets really need, they need a power forward. They don't have a power forward, like a true power forward, to play on their team. So maybe if we go and we sort this and we give them one of our power forwards, because Christian Wood obviously is a power forward. So if we go and we trade them Justin Jackson, I can't trade them Justin Jackson because he just recently signed, or just recently got traded. Oh, how could I forget? Of course, Carmelo Anthony during the simulation went out with a spinal injury for the season. So I forgot to mention, I can't believe that I forgot that. But Carmelo Anthony, who had such a big game in the last episode, did go down with a season-ending spinal injury. So he is not going to be available for the rest of the season. Do they want Myers Leonard? You're asking me to give away valuable asset. Okay. Well, I got some picks. I got a protection backup pick. I can't trade that pick. I've got our pick, and I've got the Thunder pick. I've got a second-round pick that I could throw your way. They are not a fan of this proposal, so they would give us a 2022 first round unprotected if I gave them Dwight Howard. Whoa. I'm not a fan of trading Dwight right away, mostly because he's been playing pretty well this season. Who's got... Gary Harris has a lot of cap on us. He is counting a lot towards the cap. And we don't need him, I don't think. We've got Duncan Robinson. We've got R.J. Barrett. We've got R.J. Hampton, who can kind of play shooting guard, I guess. We've got Ty Jerome, who could obviously go to shooting guard if we need to. I don't think we need Gary Harris. He obviously costs a little bit too much. They need to make up $12 million. So who do they got on their books that costs a lot? Eric Gordon. I don't like this one bit because we're going to have to eat some salary here. Eric Gordon. Do they want to do this? We like what we have as far as the trade is concerned. Maybe I got to get a third team involved. Okay, I'm going to cut the video to when I have a decision made. Either we're going to trade for Christian Wood or not. I'm going to see if we can bring in maybe a third team or something, but I'll see you guys when I have a decision made. All right, here we are back in the bringing you guys back, and I've made the trade. It took a little bit of work, but I did make the trade. We send a 2021 second-round pick and Myers Leonard to the Rockets. The Rockets send us Christian Wood and a 2022 first-round pick. The Knicks send Omari Spellman, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and a 2022 first-round pick to the Rockets, and then the Rockets sent Kenyon Martin Jr. to the Knicks because the Rockets needed another player, or the Knicks needed another player to balance it out. I think it's fair. I mean, the Rockets trade a first-round pick to us, and they get one back. It kind of sucks for the Knicks because they don't get a pick, but they get Kenyon Martin, and they get a decent amount. So, I mean, the Knicks were kind of just that third body that I needed in there. They didn't really need to do too much. They do end up getting Kenyon Martin, who could end up being a good player. But we get Christian Wood, and we get a first-round pick in 2022, which is going to be massive depending on how good the Rockets are. So with that being done to the roster, let's go to the game plan. Check out the lineups here. Christian Wood will be our starting power forward now. I knew we had to make a move because of Carmelo Anthony's injury. So Christian Wood hopefully will help us in the long run in the future. He's only 25, so he's got his whole future ahead of him. And now I'm liking this 1-2 punch of Michael Porter Jr. and Christian Wood as our main two building blocks so far, along with Duncan Robinson, obviously, and R.J. Hampton, and Bol Bol. We got a nice group core of young, nice, good players in the roster. We just need to trim off the excess. We just need to build around these good young pieces. So with that being said, I hope you guys do go and enjoy. If you do, make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's play the Warriors. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the game against the Warriors, debuting those nice, crispy, clean gray jerseys. And Steph Curry is going to go off just like that. That is not going to be a good sign. If Steph Curry is going to be hitting those jumpers like that off of screens, it's going to be a long day. And Eric Pascal is called for a reach-in already, so that's a good sign. I also need to work on the chemistry for this team. I need to make sure that we're building a decent core, like I was saying before we jumped into the game. We need to build some cohesive unit on the basketball court in the kingdom so that we can show these Cincinnati fans that we came to play. And hopefully Michael Porter Jr. can be the main reason at why we are one of the better teams in the conference. And remember, we are in the Eastern Conference, so we may have an easier chance at the playoffs. I know that I said I hope we don't make the playoffs, and I still believe that I don't want to make the playoffs here because I want to have the best draft pick possible, because I don't think that we're ready for the playoffs. Actually, I know for a fact that we aren't ready for the playoffs, so I keep saying in every episode, I don't want to get into the playoffs and lose in the first round to the 1 seed or the 2 seed or wherever we end up in. That's going to be deadly. But I don't want that to happen, so because that's going to just be bad for morale, and that's going to be bad for our draft pick, most importantly. So we got to have as best draft pick as possible. We got to do as worse as possible, and we are sitting at 500 right now, 22-22 on the season, which is better than I thought, honestly. I didn't think that this team that I've put together would be super good in year number 1, but it turns out that they're not super bad. So you can take that how you will. I think it's a bad thing that we're doing pretty well. I was kind of hoping we'd be bottom of the league just to increase those lottery odds, because it's not like the NFL. We don't automatically get the number 1 pick for being the worst team in the league. So we can't just tank for whoever we want to draft. We got to base our odds on the lottery. And oh, God, James Wiseman, man. Oh, the future of this organization, James Wiseman right there. Gotta stop Klay Thompson. Gotta stop Steph Curry. Gotta stop this whole team. Christian Wood, that's why we brought you in, for that nice defense. Dwight with the nice rebound. Get it to Wood, up to RJ Barrett, who's gonna try and sneak around the back corner. He's got a shot, no good. Get his own rebound, he can't do it. Can't get his own rebound on that one. But Klay, I thought he was going to take that 3. He just steps up and takes an easier shot. And we've only got 1 point. We only have 1 singular point in this game. That is not good. We need to be better. And I think I can get some more points with Michael Porter Jr. All right, this is going to be tough. Oh, Steph Curry's too quick. Okay, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna focus, and I'll see you guys back when something else happens. All right, bringing you guys back in here. As you can see, we're at the end of the second quarter, almost the end of the second quarter. It's 40-31 Warriors, as you would assume, with a team like ours going up against a team like this. Even though the Warriors aren't super good, they're still better. Excuse me, they're still better than us, basically. So these types of games just show us that we got a long way to go before we're truly ready. So that's another reason why I wanted to play this game, is just to prove to not only you guys but to myself that we're not anywhere ready for the playoffs in year number 1. So if that means before the trade deadline trading away some of these big name guys like Dwight Howard and Gary Harris and some of the guys that are on bigger contracts, if that means doing that for the best draft pick possible, then I will certainly consider it, because it's all about that draft positioning at the end of the day. So we don't want to be sitting at the 11th spot or the 15th spot or the 20th spot. We don't want to be sitting somewhere in the middle. We don't want to be sitting out of the lottery, basically, but we want to be sitting at the 3rd spot, the 2nd spot, obviously the 1st spot. Anywhere in the top 5 would be the most ideal, obviously. But I'm really shooting for that top 3 pick, either 1, 2, or 3. And I'm assuming that we're not going to get the 1st pick because we're not super bad. I mean, if we traded away the rest of the players that are real good and just kept the core, which is RJ, Hampton, Michael Porter Jr., and now Christian Wood. If I kept that core and traded away everybody else, would we be any worse? Obviously, we probably would be. But how worse would we be? Would we be bad enough to maybe get the 5th pick in the draft? I don't know. It's all about the odds as well. So you can't just go with the worst record and then hope to have the number 1 pick. You got to have the odds in your favor as well. So that's another thing to think about, and that's one thing that we can't control. So at the end of the day, it's It's like playing the lottery, basically, obviously, because it's the draft lottery. But it's just, it's too hard to even think and assume. RJ Barrett, that would have been a 3. I would have flipped out of this chair. That was crazy shot. That shows the potential of RJ Barrett. He could be part of that core group that I was talking about, but who knows all in the end. We're just trying to get the worst pick possible. Come on, RJ, you gotta show me something here. He showed me that you can get blocked very easily. Oh, Justin Jackson, why do we bring you in? Oh, Bobo got knocked off the rebound. That would have been his rebound. And that's one thing you gotta be worried about when you play the Warriors. Anybody on their team can shoot the 3, except for James Wiseman. But who knows, he may develop a 3 later in his career. A lot of big men do. And we're just getting blocked. Oh, ball, that's what I'm talking about. That's that 8-foot reach I'm talking about. And then RJ misses the easy path. You gotta be kidding me. RJ, I need you to show me something, and you missed an easy dunk. Literally all NBA players can make that dunk, and you missed it, RJ. What are you talking about here? Oh, this is a rough season. And then Curry just jumps and does crazy 3s like that. He's killing me. Yeah, he didn't make it, but still. Luckily, we got Bull down there to do his thing. Just get rebounds and put him back. That's literally all that I ask of him. I don't need Bull to be doing anything else. Kelly Oubre knocking down a jumper. Not what you want to see. Unless he was obviously playing for my team. Ty Jerome. Let's go. Let's go. That's why we signed you, Ty. That's why we signed you. Because you're the GOAT. Draymond Green to Curry. He hasn't been himself this quarter. Not even with pressure. He's just been missing some shots in the third quarter, which is helpful, obviously, if we're trying to win this game. But I don't know if we really are trying to win this game or not. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this game finishes. RJ, speaking of bright spots, the other RJ Hampton, has definitely been playing pretty well. He's been driving to the basket pretty well. I know it doesn't show it on the stats, but he's been dishing the ball around a lot, showing some good vision. He's been making good decisions in the fast break and stuff. So RJ Hampton showing some good promise. That's what you want to see out of your young rookies, and not that. Poor defense. Poor defense from this team. That's one thing we do need to work on. I said that I wanted this team to be a 3-and-D team. We don't have either right now. We can shoot selective 3s, and we can play selective D. But we don't have consistency on either side. And it may just be user error, obviously, with me, because I'm very bad. But it's also it's probably a combination of user error and it shouldn't be a blocking foul, but whatever. User error and just not a lot of talent that I'm using. So it's probably just a combination of both of those things that hopefully in the near future will be solved with a bunch of young talent that we can build around and make into a NBA dynasty, which is the goal. That's the goal that every team sets out for, is an NBA dynasty. Some teams get it, some teams don't. Can we please make a 3? And Dwight's going to miss the putback. Just get the rebound. Put it up. Score a bucket! Score a bucket, Dwight! We really are going to have to trade you, aren't we? God, Dwight. You had 3 or 4 opportunities at that bucket, and you missed them all. We can't hit any shots, even with no real contest. We just can't hit shots. Luckily, I mean, we don't even have that many good free throw shooters. RJ's decent. Duncan's obviously pretty good at it. Michael Porter's hit and miss. Nobody else really can. Jeff Teague's okay, I guess. I mean, we don't really have that one guy that in the crunch time, we need you to hit 2 free throws. I don't have anybody that I would go to except for maybe Duncan, I guess. That was a nice step back. Wow. I've been hitting some buzzer beaters. What is going on with me? The second quarter and the third quarter, I hit crazy buzzer beaters. I don't know what's going on. Come on, RJ. We need something from you. We need something from somebody. Just show me some signs. I need to see some promise out of somebody. Especially a guy like Bol Bol. Christian Wood with a nice rebound. I appreciate the hustle and the dedication from that. That was a nice rebound. Usually we wouldn't hit that putback though. Bol, I need you to get those rebounds, my guy. I need you to get those rebounds. Surprised that you didn't. There we go, Duncan. Don't turn around like you're good. Well, you are good. You just haven't had the greatest of games so far. But that's all right. That's understandable. What do you want us to do about that? What? There's nothing. There's nothing you can do. That's just something you just sit back and you're just like, wow, did he really just hit that on us? And then you're like, yeah, he did. Because he's Stephen Curry. That's what he does. Stephen Effin. That's what you call him. You call him Stephen Effin Curry. Or some would like to say Stoof Curry. This game's not really going as I would have planned it to go. Although, since we want to lose, then I guess technically it is going the way that I would want it to go. But we've kept it somewhat competitive in this game. We haven't really challenged them at any point in this game. It was never really in doubt that the Warriors were going to lose. Or that the Warriors were going to win. We never really threatened them at all in this game, which is understandable considering the amount of talent that they have compared to the amount of talent that we have. But I've seen some bright spots out of some of the players. I've seen some bright spots out of Christian Wood in his first game as a Royal. I've seen some bright spots, obviously, out of Hampton, out of Michael Porter Jr., who has played better and has shot better from the free throw line this game. He has definitely done that. I've made some horrible mistakes just like that, throwing that errant pass. But Curry's just showing off. He's doing everything that he wants to do on us. We can't really stop him. And why would we stop him? I mean, he's too good. We don't have anybody to match up against him. I mean, Jeff Teague is our point guard going up against him and guarding him. He's not on the same level. Not even on the same stratosphere as Steph Curry. And when Steph does things like that, it's just impossible. It's literally impossible to stop Steph Curry when he plays at this kind of level, this kind of all-NBA level. But this is nice bringing us down to earth, I guess you could say. Because there was a point there during the simulation where I thought, hey, maybe we do make the playoffs. Maybe we shock the world and we make the playoffs in our first season in the NBA, and then maybe we shock the world even more. Maybe we make a run in the playoffs. Maybe we eliminate the 1 seed. Maybe we eliminate another team here and there. Maybe we go on a run. But we're not ready. We are not ready to make the playoffs. So I'm going to take some time. I'm going to think about the future of this team in this first season, and there may be some major changes being made to the way this roster looks by the next time the next video starts. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to think about it. But as for scores, you guys know that these aren't going to stay the scores that are official, because the adjusted stats for simulation stuff, you know how it is. So Duncan scored 15 and 4. Michael Porter Jr. had 12 and 2 rebounds, but he shot 8 of 12 from the free throw line, which is much better than what he had been earlier in the season. RJ had 11 and 5, Teague 7 and 4, Bol 7 and 8. Christian Wood in his debut game had 6, 7, and 2, which is a good debut performance. Dwight Howard had 13 rebounds. That's one reason why I didn't want to trade him, because he's really our only guy getting rebounds besides Bol. But I don't know. I'm going to have to take some time to think about it. I don't know yet. We may be doing some major overhaul to this roster to make sure that we are a bad team. As for the Warriors, Steph Curry obviously did amazing. 32.7 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 3 of 14 from the three-point line. Not as good as I thought he did, but he just chucked up shot after shot, and he couldn't stop it, really. 19 points for Clay, 11 and 20 rebounds for James Wiseman. He just bodied us at any point he wanted to from down low in the paint. So, I mean, when Steph Curry's playing like Steph Curry, you're not going to be able to stop him. All right, here we are back at the calendar, and I know I said that I probably was going to play the All-Star game or the All-Star weekend in the next episode. I don't know if I'm going to do that now. I may hurry up this season and simulate it to get to the next season when those first batch of rookies can come out. And we have our off-season video maybe in the next episode. I don't know, but I just need to get to, I think I just need to get to the next season where I feel like if I can get the right pieces around us, and we're going to have some cap in our first off season as an official franchise, I think we may, I may just do that. And by doing that, I would obviously get rid of the excess cap that we have, because if we go to this team, we have $25 million in salary cap room, but I would obviously trade Andre Iguodala, which would free up some money. I would trade Dwight Howard, which wouldn't free up that much money. I would trade Jeff Teague, free up some money. Gary Harris, free up a lot of money. I would trade Justin Jackson to free up some money. So we would have some money to spend in free agency, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simulate to the off season. We'll do the off season in the next episode. Yeah, off camera, I'll dump all the unwanted contracts and get rid of them, free up some salary cap room, and then in the off season video, that's what we'll pick up, and we'll do the draft, do the free agency, do training camp, all that kind of stuff, and then the episode of that will start the next season, and it'll be I just think that's a better way to do it, just so we can get the first batch of rookies involved. We can get to the point where this team is actually competitive, because let's be real, let's face it, we were never really going to compete at all in our first season. No expansion team really ever does, unless you're the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So I think that's the best option. Let me know down below if you guys agree with me. I hope you guys do, because I'm probably going to do it anyway. So I'm sorry if you don't. But that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!